It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. And it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
Along the shores of Lake Erie, the Dog Pound already in full roar. We welcome you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. With Greg Olson, Mike Tirico up here in the booth. So glad that you are along with us. Greg got a couple offenses here that love to take their shots down the field, so the defenses really have their task right in front of them if they want to win this game.
Yeah, no question. I think as many of the matchups that we've dove into this entire week, it really comes down to which defense puts a lid on the opposing passing game and prevents as many big plays as possible. We see it week in and week out. The correlation between generating big plays, especially through the air, directly leads to the ability to score points. So make teams go the long way. You know, the defense at all saying is make them snap it again.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. Leading them out, the veteran quarterback first-round pick back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
There was a time, and it wasn't very long ago, Mike, that this guy was trending towards becoming one of the best quarterbacks in the entire NFL. He has to find a way to get back to stacking strong performances, one after another, and keep his team in the hunt. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out, but if he plays well, his team is always going to have a strong chance of winning.
And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Chubb. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Watson going to give it to Chubb. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. The veteran Calais Campbell in there for the stop.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. Shotgun snap to Watson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And
the rush is going to get there. He'll go down. They were taking a big risk, going for it in their own territory. It will not pay off. It's a turnover on downs.
Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them?
The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
One of the few southpaws we have playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and while he doesn't have one of the strongest arms, he makes up for it with great anticipation and pinpoint accuracy. So what it does, it allows him to throw very catchable balls. A lot of his receivers do a lot of the damage after the catch, and only time's going to tell how this one plays out. But when he's on his game, they're due for a lot of points.
2nd and a yard. Opening carry of the game for the speedster, Devon A-Chain. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
At the 30-yard line. 2 yards on the play. First down, Dolphin.
Hill brought in motion. Off play action, it's Tua. Looking for Berrios downfield.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Tua going to give it to Achan, and he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
In motion, it's Waddle. A run out of the gun with Achan. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
And a great job here by the defense, being strong up inside, forcing the ball carrier to have to bounce this out towards the sideline, and he can't get the corner, and they come up with a huge 4th down stop.
The Browns offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Chubb, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. They'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb. He's got the 1st down as he gets it up to the 14-yard line.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Chubb, heading left. And he'll get this close to the 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short. Here's a handoff to Chubb. And he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. It's going to depend on the spot. Looks like he is short on that one.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Chubb. He's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 on 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They bring Judy in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he will pick up a 1st down up to the 37-yard line.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. A short pickup to the 38. Here's a 2nd and 9. A run up the middle with Chubb. He'll work forward for a couple. Kendall Fuller up to make the stop. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Watson. That's caught by 4. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Chubb. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Dolphins' 46-yard line.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
And he's shedding tacklers left and right, winding his way for a gain of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Chubb takes his handoff, running left. Open space inside the 10. And he's going to take this all the way home. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Cleveland.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. The Dolphins offense ready to take over for their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Here's Tua. To the outside, he's got Waddle.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Hill brought in motion. A run up the middle with Achane. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Miami.
A shotgun snap for Tua. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3-and-out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. Look wide. Get this one complete. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins' first down, I do believe. Gets it by about a yard on 3rd and 3.
And the Dolphin first down.
To throw is Tua. He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On play action, it's Tagovailoa. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
So on 4th down, the Dolphins turn to Jason Sanders for the field goal try. This a 31-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Nick Chubb and the rest of the Browns offense set to take over again. And he has been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we're going to see much more of him as this game goes on. Now, first down throw for Watson. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll run once more with 4. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, Watson. He'll look underneath and find 4. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's 4. And he's going to have a Browns first down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Watson going to give it to Chubb. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll run with 4. And nice work here. He's got the first down to about the 30-yard line. We are through 1. It's the Browns with the advantage. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Chubb. Good blocking to the 15. And he'll be out of bounds at the 5. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. 5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's 4. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it. It's 4. He slams it in there, and he is in. Jerome Ford. Touchdown, Browns. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down, for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Extra point up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns extend their advantage to 14-3. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. On the return, Malik Washington. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. That's taken in by Achane. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, here's Tua. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. That is intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick 6 for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Extra point up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns move out to a 21-3 advantage. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Washington now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. And he'll take this to about the 28. That was Jordan Hicks who got him down. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Achane, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. Man in motion is Barrios. Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Vailoa. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like, living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Oh, he shanked it. headed straight for the sideline. The Browns offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll go with Chubb. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Once again, it's Chubb. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Chubb. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Up the middle, here's 4. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Again, it's 4. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Watson to the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and that'll set up 4th down.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunate this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So Hopkins now, following the made field goal, back out to send it away. Washington now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense about ready to take over once more. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. They'll motion the tight end Smith. Tua out quick. See what Tyreek can do. Now he's loose at the 40. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, Miami. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
The extra point by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins are able to cut into the deficit. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Pierre Strong on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Play action. Watson going deep downfield for Jeudy. The veteran Jordan Poyer had the good coverage, and he knocks that one away.
pretty clear coming into this game that this offense felt that they had a distinct advantage running the ball. It was a matchup that they thought all week went in their favor, and so far the results indicate that they were spot on.
And he will go all the way. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Cleveland. Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Browns add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Washington now to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Tyreek Hill getting ready for this next drive along with the rest of the Miami offense. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Play action. Tagovailoa looking for Berrios downfield. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
The Browns offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a 1st down. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the handoff, this is Chubb. A terrific run there. He's finally taken down at the 25-yard line.
And this is how you just keep wearing down a defense. You find yourself with a pretty big lead. Now can they just lean on this run game the rest of the way and close this game out with a win?
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now give to Chubb running right. He'll take this down to the 23. It was Zach Sealer in on the tackle. A run straight ahead. That's Ford. And he'll take this down right to the edge of the red zone at the 21. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks. Here comes 3rd and 6. Here's Watson. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Washington now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to get back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. In motion, it's Waddle. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. That is caught left side by Waddle. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Tua now on 3rd down. Ooh. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down. Now it's Tua. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Hill brought in motion. Off play action, it's Tua. Now he'll run. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Not only does he let the ball go through his hands, he lets 6 points slip away with that drop. I mean, everyone else does their job. The ball's on target. Listen, this is the big boy league now. The reality is, you just got to catch the ball.
And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This from 30 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
On the return, it's Jerome Ford. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The home team's offense and their star running back, Nick Chubb, set to take over once more. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Watson. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Chubb. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
from the shotgun. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Gonna look deep, looking for more. That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on downs. The visitors' offense and Tyreek Hill heading back on the field. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. Now a first down throw for Tua. A pass complete there to Smith.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
That's quickly out to Smith. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too
Still
far,
second down.
and it draws the flag. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Tua will get this one out wide to Tyreek. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
A play fake. Now Tua to throw. Sending it deep for Waddle.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. And what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones. And if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Watson. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often. And it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the first down.
A play fake. Now Watson to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
On first down, Tagovailoa. He finds the open man, Braxton Berrios. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. In motion, it's Waddle. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. He's going to tuck it and go.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
A very nice defensive play there. They'll let you complete passes if they're going to end up like that. It's a completion, but a loss of yardage. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. A shotgun snap for Tua. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. Back to throw is Tua. He'll get this out quickly to Hill. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the first down.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Tua. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Tua going to give it to Achane. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. Here's a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Will find Mostert out of the backfield. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And that one just short of the crossbar. Couldn't quite get there. It's no good. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Throwing again is Watson. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey, he is tough to throw on. There to bat that one away. Watson to throw again. He's got it in the hands of Elijah Moore. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. To the air again, Watson. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
That's taken in by Chubb. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. He pulls it in around the 5. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Again, it's Watson. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. So that pass interference in the end zone puts the pressure on the defense. It is 1st and goal from the 1. And that is Hunt in the end zone. He's in. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown Browns. His 2nd touchdown of this 1st half.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Next to score, Browns 41, Dolphins 13.
Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. Washington now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we hit halftime here in Cleveland, and the Browns are in front. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. The Browns were given a solid performance in that 1st half from their quarterback, Deshaun Watson. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the 2nd half. Washington now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Hill brought in motion. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second. Punt team headed out for the Dolphins, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. And this ball will be downed on the other side of midfield. The home team's offense and quarterback Deshaun Watson getting set for their next drive. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. The drive starts with a carry by 4. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey, he is tough to throw on. There to bat that one away.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
And he will score. David Njoku. Touchdown, Cleveland. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
Extra point up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns will add one more onto their big lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Washington now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Vailoa. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Browns offense starting to trot out for this next possession. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
Here's 4. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
Taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run once more with 4. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. We'll try to run it here, and it's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down. They'll mark him at the 29, but it's a new set of downs. First down picked up.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
On the handoff, Ford. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Watson going to give it to Chubb. He's to the 10. And he'll be taken down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
They've got it at the 8. First down and goal. They'll run here. It's Ford. A short gain down to the 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
goal. Again, it'll be Ford. And he will power his way into the end zone. Jerome Ford. Touchdown, Browns. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. The kick is good. And the Browns stretch things out even further. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Washington now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense. And it's almost becoming to the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. Hill brought in motion. Play action. Tagovailoa. He's going to keep it himself, and he will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play. So let's check out this call. Austin Jackson, the former first-rounder, guilty there. Here's Tungavailoa. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Taking off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
3rd and long. Here's 2. Looking for Berrios downfield. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points, but really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line, it stresses your quarterback, it stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Watson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Watson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them. Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained, and I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. He's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, that's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
He's going to be taken down at about the 30. And he continues to rack up the yardage on the ground, and that last run puts him over 200 rushing yards in this game. Once again, it's Chubb. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. The safety, Jordan Poyer, up to make the stop. 2nd and 7. Up the middle, here's 4. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Again, it's 4. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. 1st and goal at the 9-yard
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. Here's Chubb. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Now here's 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Chubb. Powering forward. He's in. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Cleveland. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Washington now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to get back at it. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now it's Tua. That's complete. It's Waddle. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Here's Tagovailoa. That's caught by Hill. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Tua gonna throw. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And they're gonna work this down inside the 45.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
On 2nd down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here, you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit, because that one went nowhere.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Nick Chubb and the rest of the Browns offense set to take over again. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. They'll open this drive on the ground with 4. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing. He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Throwing on third down. Watson. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Interesting strategy, play action on that down and distance. Remember, the threat of play action is all based on down and distance. That is a pass down all day, and the defensive line didn't even spend 1 second worrying about that play fake. They were in a race to the quarterback.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They're going to go. It's Watson going deep downfield for Judy. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's a handoff to Chubb. He'll work his way only to the 23. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll give it, and it's 4. And he's going to be taken down.
Have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box, but then you know what that does. It opens you up down the field to that passing game.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he's got another one. Jerome Ford. Touchdown, Browns. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And making a hat trick. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value, and so far, this guy's been incredible.
Extra point up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns add on to their already sizable lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Washington now to return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. That's taken in by Achane. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result. Pressure
gets there, and down he goes.
defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And not the greatest of efforts there, as this one will land out of bounds. The Browns offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is 4. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. That's Bradley Chubb. They're on the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll run once more with 4. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down. Now it's Watson. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So Hopkins now, following the made field goal, back out to send it away. Washington now to return it. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Dolphins offense about ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. That's Greg Newsome in to make the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Tua. Look wide. Get this one complete. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. In motion, it's Waddle. Off play action, it's Tua. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Tua going to give it to Achane. Finds an alley to the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Out of the pistol, here's Tua. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot. Hill brought in motion. On the ground is H.A. Lane fills quickly. Only managed to get this to the 14. A run with the fullback in goal. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He'll try and get there up, and he's into the end zone. Tua Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Dolphins. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Makes the score Browns 72, Dolphins 23.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. Now an opening past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. The Browns offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Once again, it's Chubb. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A run straight ahead. That's Ford. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
First and 10. They'll run with Ford. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
They'll go back to Ford on first down. And he'll get this inside the 10, but not much further than that. Again, it's Ford. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Out of the gun, Watson. That's caught by Ford. And he's into the end zone yet again. Jerome Ford. Touchdown, Cleveland. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Extra point up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to get back at it. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. From the gun, here's Tua. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down. To the air again, Tungo Bailoa. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. Tua to throw again. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
You'll find Mostert out of the backfield.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
The Browns offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll begin with first and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
It's a loss of a yard.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
Well, there's refusing to take your foot off the gas, and then there's this. I'm not even sure really how to classify it. I mean, to have this type of lead in the fourth quarter and still continue to air it out. I'll tell you what, I'm going to pay attention to this after the game coach's handshake. I think could be pretty interesting.
That is brought in. And he will go all the way. Elijah Moore. Touchdown, Browns. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the fourth.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Browns are able to extend the lead.
Dolphins 23.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll start out first down and 10. Here's Tungo Vailoa. That one brought in by Berrios. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again here, second and 10. Now Tua. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Tua now on third down. There's that man again, another catch. Tua and his old Bama teammate Waddle for the Dolphin first down.
A gain of 15.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field,
and he will score. Tyreek Hill, touchdown Miami. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
This is a great example here, Mike, of an offense and a quarterback that is just in complete control and rhythm. Not only is he able to deliver this ball on target downfield, but the accuracy is what allows his receiver to stay on his feet, pick up the remaining yards after the catch, and walks it in for a touchdown.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he's going to take this all the way back. 89 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland. He has come alive after the break. His third touchdown of the second half. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this, and they go back and get a score of their own.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Tua. Now a screen set up for Achane. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. To throw is Tua. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Throwing again, it's Tua. Right back to Hill. He's got it again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
He finds his tight end, that's Smythe. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Again, it's Tua. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tua. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Dolphins 1st down. In motion, it's Waddle. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Tua gonna throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Well, this one is in reverse again. They're going to lose more yardage here, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This will be from 47 yards. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will cut into that lead. So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. On the return, this is strong. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Watson going to give it to Chubb. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Second down and 8. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll have a first down as he gets this up close to the 40-yard line.
That's good for the Browns. First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Chubb. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
A play fake. Now Watson to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
They snap it to Watson. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. Back to throw is Tua. Into the hands of Berrios. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's a give to Achane. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This one from 49. And he missed it. It's no good. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
Here's first and 10. Here's Chubb. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's a handoff to Chubb. And he's going to pick up the first down across midfield and down at the 49.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On the handoff, Ford. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Now Chubb. Not much. Second and long coming up. They'll go with Chubb. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's third down. Out of the gun, Watson. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be taken down.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
The big guys are on. Jumbo set here for first and goal. Here's Chubb. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. One more time, it's Chubb. And he will score again. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Cleveland. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. He's got it. And the Browns are going to extend their lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Tua. They'll look to set up the screen here. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day,
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
The home team's offense ready to get back to work. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it 1st and 10. Running is Chubb. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's a handoff to Chubb, heading left. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd. They stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Watson. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Browns will extend their lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. A play fake. Now 2 with a throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. In motion, it's Waddle. So it's a win for the Browns. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Dog Pound's happy. It's a win for the Browns as we say farewell from Cleveland.